have primary control of critical vehicle functions. Roger roll, Discovery.
Welcome to Cut Into the Bull in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. I'm Ben, I'm joined by Mike.
Hello.
And Claire.
Hey.
And today we're talking about Lost City of Atlantis. Is it real?
Interesting.
Is it not? Is it in Africa? What was Poseidon doing with his wife in that tower? Who can say? But yeah, shall we run through some new and returning listeners, please? Oh, Nigeria I saw then. Abakuta. Arlington, Texas, Milford, the States back, where's DE?
Delaware.
I've never seen Delaware before on there. Burlington, NC, North Carolina, Chaguanas, Trinidad and Tobago, Bryan in Ohio, Sydney, Australia, San Francisco, California, Rabat in Morocco, Durban, South Africa, Lidcombe, Australia, Chennai, India, Bengaluru, I've seen you before, Mandaluyong City in the Philippines, into the top 10, Benton, Arizona, it's been a while since I've done it, Arkansas, shit, Telford in the United Kingdom, and then Hudson in NH?
New Hampshire.
I was going to say North Haverbrook, but that's from the Simpsons with a monorail. Porterville in Missouri, Shady Nasty in New York, and West Jordan, I'm going for Utah. Yeah. Thank you very much. Hope you've enjoyed.
Yeah, thank you.
Tell a friend. Tell a lover. Tell multiple lovers if you're that lucky. Right, so we'll do some weird news and then we'll crack on with the main cut and thrust of today's topic. Won't take long, 20 minutes, half an hour tops.
Let's get the boys' views on this week's weird news.
Okay, first one. The FBI are investigating a pilot's report of a guy in a jetpack flying at 3,000 feet in air near planes at LAX.
Yes.
It's the Rocketeer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just awesome. I love it.
Very
Or it
James Bond.
Could be the Black Manta. It could be the Black Manta.
God.
I watched Atlantis last night.
We watched Aquaman last
That's
night.
it.
Not Atlantis.
Whatever. It was about Atlantis.
Was it good?
You know, it was actually alright. I was quite pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, Mike doesn't usually do superhero movies.
I thought that was
Some.
one for the chicks.
Oh yeah, because of Jason Momoa.
And that hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's got Amber Heard, is it?
I haven't watched it, Mike.
Is she the one that
Princess.
beat up Johnny Depp?
Could be, yeah.
But then told everyone that he beat her up?
That's it.
Yeah.
It looks good in red hair, though. I'll give it that.
Well, that's alright, fair enough, Mike. Thanks for that honest review. I was cracking one off to Amber Heard, didn't we notice the rest of the film?
That's about it. I'm with the Black Manta, though. Oh, shit.
Well, you're cracking one off to him as well.
Equal opportunity wanker.
So, Los Angeles. The FBI will be investigating an incident that took place near Los Angeles International Airport after an American Airlines pilot reported seeing a mystery person in a jetpack flying in the path of incoming jets Sunday evening.
Can you imagine the fucking conversation?
Yeah, control. There's a guy giving me a thumbs up, flying alongside me.
Holy shit.
He's got a brown leather jacket on and a silly helmet with a fin on it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I could see something. Is it a bird? Is it a plane?
No, it's a random rich weirdo with a jetpack. Or
This thing gets sucked into your engine.
yeah, it's like, hey, there's a guy out there. Oh, not now. We've lost engine 4. There's blood everywhere. The American Airlines pilot reported via radio to the control tower seeing a, quote, guy in a jetpack as he was approaching LAX about 3,000 feet and 10 miles out for a landing.
3,000 feet?
What are you going to do when you get that call anyway? What are you
What did you say to him? Like, are you sure?
Repeat that, please.
Can you wave at him? How close is he?
That was the actual transcript.
We just passed a guy on a jetpack.
Stay on course.
The second pilot also saw the incidents. There's plenty of visibility. It wasn't dark at the time. Based on research, jetpacks can fly that high, but it's pretty uncommon. There's also an assumption that people with the technical and financial ability to fly at this extreme height and near an airport would also understand the regulations around flying in the flight path. I think it's Batman. It's some dude training to be Batman. Jeff Bezos training to be Batman. He can afford it now.
Oh yeah, he can afford an army of Batman.
So have they reprimanded him? Have they grabbed him?
They don't know who he is. Just some random dude who just thought he'd take his jetpack, his highly expensive jetpack, up for a spin around the airport.
3,000 feet though, I mean, fuck. I mean, if it conks out, you're dead.
Oh yeah.
I assume it comes with a parachute.
Ah, that's a good point.
Or one of them, maybe you have one of them squirrel suit things so you can glide back down.
I thought you needed a bit of a breeze for that as well.
Well, you must be going along at a fair bit. I mean,
3,000 feet, there's
3,000
definitely a breeze.
I don't know if you'd have to have oxygen on at that point.
Yeah.
Good point, isn't it?
And some kind of face covering because he's going to get frostbite, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, either way, this guy's a badass. I want to meet him.
We need him.
If you are
Got money
listening,
to burn.
if you are listening, sir, we need you now more than ever.
Time's running out, mate.
Wasn't the Rocketeer stopping Nazis?
Dunno. Could have been.
I think he was. I'm sure
Seen
the
it a long
Nazis.
time
I'm sure
ago.
it was a Nazi jetpack that they found. Yeah. Maybe he's going to stop the race riots. Going to unite America. Run for president. Win.
One can only hope.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much that one.
Okay. Guy in online group that points loaded guns at genitals to own libs accidentally shoots his crotch. What a fucking surprise.
It did puzzle me that somehow you think that pointing a loaded weapon at your penis is a way to own somebody. It's like, no, you just look like a dickhead. You should never point a weapon loaded or unloaded at anybody.
No. So
Never mind yourself,
Yeah.
or a piece of you that you really like.
The unidentified member of the group loaded guns pointed at Venus from the San Diego area posted a video of himself pointing his .45 caliber M1911 semi-automatic at his genitals. After a brief pause, the gun suddenly went off.
What a surprise!
Hey boys, I might have fucked up. The man wrote above a photo of a towel stuffed between his legs along with blood splattered on the floor and a copy of the Constitution according to Vice.
Oh, he's got a Dutch Tiger King, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, yeah.
God's caliber went through my scrotum, mattress, box spring and floor, the man wrote as he bled out. Still fucking writing.
Why is he calling
Jesus.
the 45 God's caliber? I've no idea why he's doing that. I think it's something to do with President Trump.
Who knows what's going through these fucking lunatics.
Well, he just shouts up in the nuts.
Yeah.
So.
I can listen to him about anything.
It's certainly not about owning libs.
Not about anything. Shut his cock off.
Bled out.
I don't think he died.
Turns out it wasn't a graze, that went right the fuck through me, he later wrote. What I thought were two graze wounds turned out to be an entrance and exit wound.
Oof.
An administrator for the Facebook group told Motherboard that he is 100% okay. Actually went to work the next day.
Really? With a 45 bullet hole through him?
I'm going to show my face ever again.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, there's pictures of it as well.
That is a new level of stupidity, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh. He's driving. He's fucking driving, isn't he?
Oh, one of
Not
them,
this
yeah.
guy, another guy.
Uh,
Oh, he's certainly in a car.
Traumatised that cat as well.
Yeah, that cat's looking at him with some strange,
What are you doing, bro?
strange eyes.
What are you doing, bro?
fucking idiots out there. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's just like to think that guns are just toys, isn't it? It's like, oh, everyone says they're all right. We can have them. Constitution says let's just piss around with them.
That's it. You just brought up with them in America, aren't you?
That's it. You can probably hear a flock of geese outside, listeners. There's nothing we can do about that. You can just hear geese.
Migrating geese.
Oh.
They're fighting.
Fighting
really.
geese.
Fight,
Fucking hell.
fight.
Trying to record a podcast here. Oh, I think that's that one.
That's some guy with a chainsaw.
Oh, fuck's sake. It's like Poseidon's against us.
Okay, huge python bit teenager's penis while he was sitting on the loo.
Well,
Ooh, nasty.
It's all about junk tonight, isn't it?
weird news does tend to go that way, in all fairness.
You'll find, yeah.
There's a lot of weird news about penises. Do you know why?
Right, so this story will make you shudder. A teenager has been rushed to hospital after a python bit his penis while he was on the loo.
Oh.
Yesterday, an 18-year-old
Shiropop Masquerade.
was doing his business while watching videos on his phone.
As
so he
we all
didn't.
do.
And when he felt a sharp burning pain in the worst possible part of his body.
Oh.
After jumping up, the uni student looked down to find a snake on his... had his gnashers clamped round the tip of his penis. With the python still attached, Shirop, who from... Where's that?
Nonthaburi, Central Thailand.
Had to slam the toilet door
Oh my
on the animal to get it off his manhood. So he's
Oh
like,
my- Oh my god, he didn't even kill it either.
oh no. So he swiftly ran out of the blood-splattered bathroom with his trousers around his ankles, leaving the snake to slither away back into the toilet.
God.
So Shirop's understandably concerned mum managed to calm her son down while the paramedics made their way to the house before rushing him to the nearby hospital to treat his gruesome wounds.
Just a bit.
His gruesome wounds.
What happened to you, snake with your penis?
God, the blood and all that, because it congeals, doesn't it? It's just gonna go.
It's a good job it wasn't
That's gonna
venomous.
It wasn't venomous.
Well, I don't know. They didn't say anything about an anti-venom.
4 stitches in the tip of his penis, though.
Oof.
Oof.
Yeah, he says
As a pythons aren't venomous, are they?
I've no idea.
No, constrictors aren't.
still going to give you a
venomous.
sting, innit, though? So he was watching video clips on his phone when he suddenly felt pain in his penis.
I hope he recorded the whole incident of him smashing the door onto the snake to get it off.
Viral!
If it was a cobra, he would be dead. Apparently.
Non-venomous
That's what he
python. He will be scared every time he goes to the toilet. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
That's his mom.
I'd certainly be checking it. Maybe putting up some kind of netting system above the bowl.
What's a natural predator of the python?
Probably like a meerkat or something, a mongoose.
Keep a mongoose in your bathroom.
I don't know if I could get the toilet with a mongoose watching me all the time, though.
Better that than that.
Yeah, there is that. I'll give you that. I will give you better a mongoose than a python, unless the mongoose gets feral. For being trapped in the toilet for all that time.
And then ironically bite your penis.
Ironically bites your penis and doesn't stop
Probably
biting.
not best to keep wild animals chained in your bathroom.
No.
Disregard that advice.
This is why we never class this show as an infomercial.
We're not into animal slavery.
No. But animal captivity, do not put chained up animals in your toilet.
No. Joke purposes only, that was.
Alright, thanks for clarifying that, Mike. Thank you very much for clarifying that.
There's some fucking idiots out there, they're shooting their penises off. You've got to clarify everything. Not my fucking fault.
It's true. So I bet it says on Pate now, like, do not eat. You know?
Yeah.
Give me a really stupid fucking instruction on something. I do not eat the silica gel in my trainers. If I want to, I fucking will.
Yeah.
I do not advocate putting a loaded gun to your testicles. Or any part of you, for that matter.
No, definitely not.
Oh, what a twat. So the idea of Atlantis, a lost island subcontinent often idealised as an advanced utopian society, holding wisdom that could bring world peace, has captivated dreamers, occultists and new agers for generations.
I want to stop you right there. I don't think it was a utopia, was it?
Well, some people seem to think it was.
Some people do. Plato didn't describe it as a utopia.
He did, he just said that they got greedy.
Oh, at some point it was a utopian society, maybe.
Yeah, it was.
He said that hubris and...
That's it. You see, it's all about pride comes before a fall and all that, which I will get into later on.
Okay, yeah.
The lost city of Atlantis, first mentioned by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato. There you go.
Dude.
the Vince McMahon of philosophy.
Steve McQueen of philosophy.
I don't think I wouldn't go that far. He's the Vince McMahon of philosophy. He started it all.
Did he start it all?
Yeah, started training Socrates. It's more than 2,300 years old, this tale, when he wrote this, and he said it happened 9,000 years before him. So it's pretty feckin' old. Also interesting that what we call the ancient Greeks referred to other people as being ancient.
Yeah, it's mad, that, innit? Makes sense, obviously. But...
Well, yes, absolutely. So according to Plato, it existed 9,000 years ago before his time, and then just vanished. Just went.
Slipped beneath the waves.
Yeah. Famed for having being the exhibit of all worldly pleasures in the world, this city is enigmatic as it is inviting.
Ooh.
However, after years of research, the exact truth about Atlantis has never been found. So Plato was writing in around 360 BC.
So how would he know this?
Well, he claimed...
Oral tradition, isn't it? He'd claim, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Priests and things passing it on, priests and poets.
Back then, not many people wrote.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of oral traditions and stories passed down from generation to generation.
So myths develop. You write something down, then it becomes fixed and dogmatic, and people can argue about it and say you interpret it this way or interpret it that way. Before you know it, they're killing each other over it.
Yeah.
But at least with oral tradition, you can just keep it fluid.
Yeah.
I think they'd still fight over differences, though, wouldn't they?
Maybe. Probably, in all fairness, but So he was writing in 360 BC. The founders of Atlantis are apparently half god, half human. Bit of demigod going on. The Greeks did love a bit of goat? Probably goat sex too. God sex. They loved a bit of that. I really like the Greek gods. I might convert to follow Zeus. I might follow Zeus to see, because it's ace. They're just trotting around, shagging everything.
Yeah. Notice how the gods are still cunts, like the Christianity god. And...
Yeah, but at least like the Olympians sort of demanded worship. It's like, sacrifice some shit to us or we'll fail your crops. Say a prayer or I'll sink your ship.
There's a lot of punishing and stuff, isn't
Yeah,
there?
there is, but it's like, just please us. Give us worship and adoration. The Christian God's sneaky. Look at the rapture. It's like, hey, you went through all that, right? 1,000 years. back to war again, buddy. And you may not get flicking back in after that.
Yeah.
At least you know where they are with Zeus. They may turn up and bang your wife. Maybe.
Turn you into a pig.
Possibly. They created a utopian civilization and became a great naval and military power. Their home was made up of concentric islands, separated by wide moats and linked by a canal that penetrated the centre. The lush islands contained gold, silver and other precious metals, and the capital was located on the centre island. Many theories exist about where it was, and it's pretty much been put everywhere there is possibly for it to be. We will get into that shortly.
I've always imagined it as like a luxury spa type place where everyone's like, half wearing sort of a Greek, you know, and there's
togas
and there's boobs out and stuff.
Ooh.
And
I would imagine there was a lot of nudity going on in Atlantis.
and just people walking around with water and just tipping it about the place.
Yeah, like... See, Assassin's Creed Odyssey has taught me a lot about ancient Athens, and let me tell you, there was goat sex, because my character went into an orgy with a goat and a couple of dudes and a chick, and some oil. So, you know...
That's it when you're enlightened, you know, it's just fuck everything.
Ancient Athens looks fucking awesome on that game, in all fairness. I was thinking, man, I could live here.
Yeah,
this is great.
Unfortunately, that's still like the 1% of the population, isn't it?
Mm.
The majority are like slaves and
yes,
serfs.
I am mixing in the corridors of power, in all fairness. Yeah. But still, looks great. Togas everywhere. I love a toga.
Yeah.
I've got a thing for togas. I'd wear a toga all the time if I could.
The sun
Is it
shining
stopping
off the sun shining off the toga. It's like, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, and it's comfortable. Everything's free and easy down there. Might start wearing me bed sheet.
Just don't wear it around anywhere there could be snakes and things.
There's not many snakes in Britain though, Mike.
No, it was in Greece.
Yeah, but they took that chance, mate. There was wolves and bears too, and lions. You know, snakes the least of your concerns.
There's lions in Greece, but
I'm pretty sure there was.
well, maybe they imported them. But
There is on Assassin's Creed, mate. I'll tell you that much.
It's the truth.
Few, if any, scientists think Atlantis actually did exist at all. Robert Ballard, who discovered the wreck of the Titanic in 1985, says it is at least a logical thing that some civilization did exist and then got wiped out. Cataclysmic floods and volcanic explosions have happened throughout history, including one event that had a few similarities to the destruction of Atlantis. 3,600 years ago, a massive volcanic eruption devastated the island of Santorini near Greece. A highly advanced civilization lived on the islands and disappeared, coincidentally about the same time as the eruption.
Do you know how many active volcanoes are on the world?
About 1,500.
44.
Oh, fuck. Oh well.
But you're close. There are 1,400 like volcanoes in the world. Only 44 are considered active at this present moment.
Are you trying to impress Claire with science knowledge?
Yeah.
Because she's not more qualified than you.
That's it.
I'm trying to retain your job.
Yeah. I put my job's under threat. So I come out on the attack.
Don't worry, Mike. I only
Mic
realised.
drop.
I only realised there was
I watched Star Talk.
1,000 of nuclear weapons on the planet. The other, not long ago, and I was like, thousands. Because you see the Bond movies and that, and you think there's only like 2 or 3 in the world because that's the only one that's really being nicked and sort of passed around.
I get what you mean.
And someone was just like, no, there's quite a few, and I was just like, this is bad. This is bad.
I think there's about 30,000 worldwide.
I didn't think it was that high. That's even worse.
If you want to go home and start digging a bomb shelter or something, or we should have you watch Threads. You'll love that.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'll be pairing.
Genuinely, it's the most.
Watch it with the kids. It's a family film.
Don't watch it with the kids. The most realistic nuclear war movie ever, set in the grim darkness of Sheffield.
Sheffield.
Yeah, it spans 10 years, doesn't it? From the dropping of the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
10 years later. Oh, it's bleak. I mean, Sheffield's bleak anyway.
Yeah, the north of England's pretty bleak,
Yeah.
but oof, it's just got a lot bleaker. Think of Game of Thrones in the north and go back like 1,000 years.
Right.
That's where we are
You
now.
think the film couldn't get any more darker? The very last scene is just a fucking gut punch.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Don't spoil it.
no.
No, but check that one out.
Okay. Yeah, so there's no threat.
No threat at all.
30,000.
You're not going to sleep tonight, now, are you? Shit.
And there's 44 active volcanoes as well.
That we know about.
We're not near them. Well, unless the Wrekin blows up tomorrow.
Maybe, yeah. Could be dormant.
What will we do? What will we climb up?
Yeah, shit.
The mind of dead bodies after the fucking explosions.
Hey, you seen Volcano when that one just comes up in LA?
Mm-hmm.
We just have to funnel the lava down the main street, get some fire trucks to push some concrete into a line, and then spray water at the lava.
And which way are you going to direct it?
towards the town centre.
Sorry, that's where we live.
Oh yeah, Wellington then is close.
Wellington.
Yeah, it's a shithole. Never liked Wellington.
Now, some people do believe that Plato created the story to convey some kind of philosophical idea. And if had Socrates on Assassin's Creed, he to go like he is a twat for that. His ideas about the divine versus human nature, ideal societies, and the gradual corruption of human society. So this is like a warning tale, basically.
We never learn anything from history, mate. We keep making the same mistakes over and over again.
Because we don't teach it properly. It's all, pardon the term, whitewashed, isn't it? They don't tell you about the bad bits, they tell you about the good bits.
We're indoctrinated into a system, aren't we?
Yeah, they just highlight everything, don't they? You know,
Yeah.
This is what we did that was great.
That's it. I mean, Churchill, yes, great wartime leader. Also, before that, bit of a twat.
Bit of a twat.
Well, I was summing it up.
Yeah. He was a fucking genocidal megalomaniac.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
And he's usually voted as our number one
He was
hero,
voted.
isn't he? A British hero.
He was voted the greatest Briton of all
There we
time.
go.
At one point, I think there was a top 100 done, voted for by the public.
He was an alcoholic, wasn't he? And he just,
Oh God,
you
yeah.
know,
That's how he got us to the war. Clair, he was smashed. It all seemed bleak. He just hit the
slurring his
whiskey.
words over the BBC.
He literally invented concentration camps. It was his idea, wasn't it?
I don't know if it was his idea, but he was certainly in the army at the time in South Africa, so he may have had something to do with it. He certainly didn't speak out about it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, Plato's idea is that the legend of Atlantis is a story about a moral, spiritual people who lived in a highly advanced utopian civilization, but as they became greedy, petty and morally bankrupt, the gods became angry as they lost their way. So as a punishment, they sent one terrible night of fire and earthquakes that caused Atlantis to sink into the sea.
Sounds very much like our civilization, but we don't need the gods to destroy us, we're doing it ourselves.
How do you know that Zeus isn't up there orchestrating this?
Could be.
Just because our society was Christian doesn't mean that Zeus isn't real.
It could have been sucked into the Mariana Trench.
Yeah? Why the hell not? It might as well be there, it's been put everywhere else. Would explain why we can't find the fucking thing. Now it is worth putting out, before you mock the mystery of Atlantis and whether it was real or not, I know that you guys are going to mock. I mean, I'm half on board with this.
I still want to go on vacation now.
Oh yeah, to the Atlantean spa.
Spa with lots of water and boobs.
Yeah, sounds fucking amazing to me.
Gin. Beer.
Gin, beer. I'd imagine wine, watered wine. You have that Greek thing, aren't
It's
you?
like Club Tropicana.
Drinks are free.
Plenty of ouzo.
Oh, very amuso. And someone's doing that Zorba the Greek thing. I love that tune. It's awesome.
Plate smashing.
Plate smashing. Gotta love a bit of plate smashing.
Yeah.
It is worth pointing out, everyone thought Troy was a myth. You know, that the Homer's Odyssey was just a story. Until a guy called Henrik Schliemann in 1868 followed the geographical clues that Homer had left in his epic story and found that it was sort of across from Greece on the Turkish coast. I don't know what you'd call that bit. To be fair, it's Turkey, isn't it? It's just Turkey.
No, I don't want to go there.
I'm trying to describe it. It's opposite Athens on the Turkish side. There you go. It's there. Which makes sense, because everyone came from Greece. It's a short journey.
Yeah.
Greek ships weren't great at deep water. So, makes sense.
So yeah, they thought it was a myth, didn't they? And
I also want to point out the Trojans are fucking stupid. Right? If brains were gunpowder, they wouldn't have enough to blow their fucking helmets off. It's like the Greeks has been there for 10 years trying to kill them in a variety of horrible ways, and then they just wake up one morning and they're gone, but they've left a massive wooden horse with enough room for 100 heavily armed Greek soldiers to hide inside.
nobody decided to check it.
And if no one decided to check it, just wheel it in. Wheel
Go
it
to
in.
sleep.
And then
That's
we'll have a big party, get drunk and go to sleep. I mean, for fuck's sake, Trojans, what are you doing? Burn the fucking thing. I'm gonna leave you a present that's been 10 years trying to kill you. Oh, Trojans. No wonder they got sacked.
Yeah, but you can believe that people thought that had to be a myth. No one would fall for that.
Yeah.
Apparently they do.
Yeah.
I hope so, anyway.
Was it the Times equivalent of Trump supporters.
What, the Trojans?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, it's happening every day, isn't it? With like scams and spams and all sorts. People
That's
always
true.
like, you know, click on it. You've won £1,000.
Matter make. No, it doesn't work, does it?
What? You shouted matter at me?
I was saying make Troy great again, but it doesn't matter, does it? MTGA doesn't really work. Scratch that.
You know where you're going to launch a line of hats, Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. Well, fair enough. Why the fuck not?
So some stupid Trojans.
Sadly, it's just ruins now. Also, let's visit. History's bad guys also had a look for it. The Nazis. Because they thought a group of super beings, having existed, would further their own proof of their own genetic superiority.
Yeah, of course the Nazis were looking for it.
They went looking for loads of shit, though. I mean, like, they actually had an entire SS organisation that went looking for ancient treasures.
If it wasn't for Indiana Jones, they would have found most of it.
Yeah, those well-known documentaries, Indiana Jones. I heard it at The Last Crusade. Thank God he got that holy grail for the Nazis, did.
Oh, yeah. Keep it in that warehouse, that's what I say.
Stick it all in the warehouse.
Yeah, they were definitely doing a bit of worldwide looting, weren't they? The Nazis.
They even got the Spear of Longinus, the one that pierced Christ's side. They thought that had some weird occult power.
Spear of Destiny.
That's it, same thing, yeah. Yeah, they thought, the legend is like that anyone who's got that spear can't lose. So the first thing Hitler did when he rolled into Austria was loot the museum and
Do you think
take
Trump's got it?
it. There's a rumour.
Is there?
There is. And I heard this before Trump became president.
Oh, shit.
Do you want me to save it for the episode? I'll tell
It's
you
the
now.
Antichrist with the Spear of Destiny. It's all coming true. Ah!
Mike's just jumped out the window. Oh, it's me and you know, Claire.
I'm still rocking from the 30,000.
You have been oddly quiet since I told you that.
Yeah. Watch Threads, you won't talk for days.
Just hugging my children.
No, children, we have to make a safe room in the house. In case of a nuclear attack. I got really into it when Denner Rabbit Hole sent in a Freedom of Information request about the bunker scenario in Telford. Found out there isn't one.
Oh.
Yeah. But the Nazis, yeah, they did genuinely love this shit. They loved going to look for ancient things because they all proved their master race theory. They even went around looking for the people who might be descended from said master race. Then they came across it in Tibet. They decided the Tibetans are an offshoot of the Aryan race. It was strange. They just became more open about it. They were all inclusive in the end.
What about inclusivity with the Nazis?
That should have been their slogan. Unless you're gay,
That's what
black,
their
Jewish,
PR company-
homosexual.
That's what their PR company would have done, wouldn't it? Nowadays, that's what they would be labelled as.
That's true.
The inclusive party.
Okay, let's get on to the fun stuff then. That's some of the history. Let's get on to the myth.
Go
You
on,
need to
then.
put the article up, Mike.
I do. I do.
Are you really on the fucking ball?
I'm really stoned is what it is.
Okay, so let's go through some of the myth, various questions we might have. But where is it? That's the main thing. Everyone's been looking for it. Where the fuck is this massive city? There's got to be some ruins, hasn't there? I mean, cities sink, stuff sinks into the sea.
Does, yeah, but you know the sea tends to erode sort of brick and things, isn't it?
It does, but if it's that advanced, then surely, you know.
That's true, but then again, we've only mapped, 4% of the ocean, isn't it?
And look at Titanic, how that's eroded.
Yeah.
And that's only, you know, how many years
And that
ago
was
is
bloody
it?
steel.
Yeah.
100 years as well, over 100 years.
So
108 years.
the sea's probably consumed it.
See, there's still like ancient Greek stuff underwater, the few remains of pillars and flooring and things like that.
There might be.
Oh god, where is it? That place in the Caribbean where all the pirates hung out, that's all underwater now. It's still there, you can dive down to it.
Yeah. That Hancock guy, what's his name?
Graham Hancock.
Graham Hancock. He does a lot of diving, doesn't he? Ruins and things, and he's found a lot of new ones.
Yeah.
So it's possible.
It is possible.
Well, there was talk that it's off the side of Gibraltar, isn't it?
That's considered the most likely
Yeah.
place because
So what Plato said, isn't it?
Plato, they said the pillars of Hercules, or Heracles if you're ancient Greek. All-round strong guy, Hercules. They reckon that is the Straits of Gibraltar. So you got Gibraltar and then the tip of Morocco. And then it's out past that into the Atlantic. How far over, of course, is a different matter. But certainly, that makes sense. It's some people have said off the coast of Spain. A few people argue it could even be under Antarctica. That's an interesting one.
I've heard that one.
There is like an ancient map that shows the Antarctica not covered in ice.
Yeah, but you're talking millions and millions of years. Possibly billions.
I'm just saying there's a map. I've seen it it was on the History Channel, so let's say that it's not the most reliable source. One of the earliest maps shows Antarctica.
Yeah, I'm sure of it.
And it's like the shape it would be if it wasn't covered by ice.
It was like where New Zealand is now or something. But I'm sure that was millions of years ago. Before humans were even about, so...
Well, who made the map?
Didn't colour it in.
I just forgot. He died before the plague before he finished it.
The white bit.
Yeah. Some Turkish guy do some maps, didn't he, with cities and stuff on Antarctica being green and things.
That's right. So, that's a possibility.
Yeah, but it was like in the 1600s and he drew it from other maps. Where did he get his source material? We don't know. So
He was just really imaginative.
really, really high.
I like to think it's off the side of Gibraltar and it was overtaken by the monkeys.
By the rock apes. It was
I fed them.
Yeah. Have you?
Yeah. Fed the monkeys. They're rabid.
A rabbit?
Yeah, rabid. I could think that of them. You know, back in the day.
I've never been to Gibraltar.
No, I've never been. I'd like to go.
Hot and it's sort of English, but hot.
Maybe worth moving out there.
Yeah,
Monkeys? What, this place?
Yeah, you wouldn't need your passport's good over there, isn't it? It's Gibraltar.
Yeah. I might move.
But there's the monkeys, they're still there.
Are they likely to break into my house and do stuff to me while I sleep? Because I don't want to go if that's the case.
I'm going to go and live with the monkeys and become the monkey king.
Well, there's no,
Just get them to... They steal stuff, just get them to bring it to me.
there's no tourists, they all have to come off and they all go rabid because they're after food because there was no tourists with the lockdown and stuff.
Fucking hell. Rabid fucking rock apes. Oh.
I live like a king.
Mike, you're not going to become king of the monkeys.
I want to be like you.
How'd you plan this?
You get duty-free prices over there, you'd be alright, Mike.
I haven't planned anything yet, it just gets sprung into my head. But
How are you going to convince the monkeys to make them your king?
I haven't worked through the kinks yet.
I think they're just going to rip your face off and eat it.
Probably.
Well, I don't want to put you off.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
For a long time, the Azores lead to this side of the city. Cadiz, or somewhere between Spain and Morocco. The Canary Islands are considered a possibility, saying that it stank and all that's left is the Canary Islands.
Yeah, even the Sahara Desert, I've heard.
Yeah, the Eye of Africa over there. It's sort of a... But it's not... I think he just said it if it was in Africa. And not beyond the Pillars of Heracles, but it's in Africa. But I know what you mean. Apparently the structures they found are the same size, but the skeptics say that it should be bigger than that, or the whole structure's bigger than that, so stop your moaning.
From a scientific angle, what's the probability of a whole plate shifting or a whole piece
Well, it's not going to...
Exactly.
It's not a continent, because Plato just got it as a continent.
Yeah, but, anything's going...
That's impossible.
Like,
That's impossible, especially in such
so it's
recent
not going to
times.
sort of sink like that, is it?
There was a volcano wasn't there in a place called Thera or something?
Yeah, I said about that earlier. Yeah, the Minoans were wiped out.
So, it could have been an island that got swallowed by the sea. That can't happen. Not a continent we didn't know about. That's impossible now.
Well, they reckon that it was larger than Libya and Asia.
That's what I was just saying. That's why scientifically it can't really happen, can it? And then
maybe he means metaphorically larger, bigger in stature. Could have meant that.
Yeah, okay, but he does say Libya and Asia. It was possible for travellers at the time to cross from it. to the other islands, and from the islands to the whole of the continent. Well, that's Plato. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then someone like an early Christian author agrees with him, but he would because he's just taking it from his source and he's piggybacking off Plato's fame. Mm-hmm. Since many others propose the location of the city of Atlantis in the Mediterranean Sea, narrations have come out scaling the size of the city to Crete, Greece's largest island. However, in many stories after the Plato's era, the Atlantis was described as a giant city, missing anything specific about the size of it. Just fucking huge.
It'd have been fine by, sonar. We're so advanced with looking for stuff underneath the sea now. It's
Still can't find that Loch Ness monster though. They can't find Nessie, can they? Eh?
That's a hoax.
Can't find Bigfoot. Where'd you stand on Bigfoot?
It's just a bear, I believe.
That was not a bear, that's on that tape.
Does that take? Really?
Could be.
That's Bigfoot, man.
No, I think
He's a friend of the show.
he's a sorry, Bigfoot.
He listens.
Does he?
He told me he does when I had spiritual visitation the other night.
You're having sex with Bigfoot again, man. I told you not to get involved.
I can't help myself.
You only break your heart again.
I've been reading Bigfoot erotica and writing it. It's a hobby. I had to pass lockdown somehow.
Yeah.
So legend says that the Atlantis city was built by Poseidon, the god of the sea, of storms and earthquakes, when he fell in love with a mortal woman, Clair. He made this city on top of a hill in an isolated island in the sea to protect her and named it Atlantis. According to the story, Poseidon walked through the world in an effort to find the biggest island until he reached the biggest of them all, Atlantis, and found it to be inhabited by people who were more beautiful and intelligent than the rest of the world. And it was then he fell in love with Clair when he finds her on the island. Gods, as gods tend to do, falls in love with a mortal woman, especially Greek gods. They're always down for that.
What's wrong with the female gods? They're munters.
It's not many of them.
See, they're well bossy.
There was.
I'm God.
The goddess Athena was like of knowledge and wisdom, and so she'd be stuck up, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
Everything you try, every time you say to her, she'd just call you a twat and tell you were wrong.
I've known a few women on power trips.
Aphrodite, goddess of love. Everyone's had her, haven't they?
Yeah. She's been about.
She's been about.
Yeah.
Everyone's fed up of her at that point.
But there's only so many, isn't there?
That's it, yeah. So
Diana. The hunter.
yes, the huntress. Or is it Artemis? It's Artemis in Greece.
How is it?
Yeah.
Shit.
You're thinking of Wonder Woman.
Am I? Wonder Woman.
She's kind of Greek. Works for me. The new home built by Poseidon for his love in the city of Atlantis, surrounded by rings of water and land. The 5 rings of water were connected to the land with the help of 5 tunnels, where a huge canal connected the outer rings of water to the ocean. The tunnels were able to accommodate ships, and every route to the city was guarded by gates and towers. Moreover, the wall that surrounded the rings was built using red, white and black rock and was decorated with precious metals. Meanwhile, there was another hill called the Hill of Clair, where it is believed Poseidon basically stuck his wife in a massive tower, right, locked her up because he distrusted her loyalty, and that hill was then surrounded by more huge moats and pillars. So he stuck her in a fucking tower and locked her up because he thought she might be out doing stuff with other Atlanteans while he's off making earthquakes and storms and sinking ships.
Maybe it isn't Club Tropical.
No, because if Poseidon falls in love with you,
Yeah, you're in a tower.
you're stuck in a tower. He just turns up periodically to father 5 pairs of twin sons on you.
Yeah, and I bet he wants to do some weird stuff with that trident.
Hopefully not the pointy end.
Kinky bastard.
The Greeks were kinky as fuck. Yeah, so they had 5 pairs of twin sons.
Wow.
10 sons. Eldest of which was named Atlas. The 10 sons inherited the great city, and the first child, Atlas, became the first ruler of Atlantis. However, it's believed they also built a huge temple for their father, with a giant statue of Poseidon riding a chariot carried by winged horses. The statue was completely built in gold and placed in a temple with its spiral roof so high up that the clouds drifted through the spirals of said temple. Metal, also slightly suck-uppy and egotistical of Dad to accept it.
Yeah. I can see one of Trump. He's going to knock the Statue of Liberty down and build one
Of him holding a torch.
into the clouds, golden Trump.
Wow.
It'll be beautiful.
Well, yeah, that's creepy. I don't want that. Can you scroll down, please, buddy?
You just want to get to aliens, didn't you?
Yeah. I think that's the best one.
Edgar Cayce, talk about him.
No, do I have to? Edgar Cayce. Other than the legend of the lost city of Atlantis and other fables, the fact about the city still remains unknown. However, historians and other researchers, the findings of Edgar Cayce had something different to tell. He believed in the rising of the lost city once again, like the sun rises from the sea. He predicted a new land would appear off the east coast of North America.
Trumpland.
He also suggested that the souls of a number of people who lived in Atlantis had been incarnating to America in order to usher in a new era of enlightened human consciousness.
What do you think of that, Claire? You up for that? You agree with that?
Trumpland.
Not just Trumpland, but the whole the conscious of dead Atlanteans. Atlanteans, is it?
Atlanteans.
Are incarnating into Americans.
So he can usher in a new era of enlightened human consciousness.
Well, not doing a very good job of that. We just elected Trump, so...
No. No, it's blown me away. Plato, crikey.
Plato, bit of a dog, eh? 30,000 nuclear warheads, Claire. All aimed at one another. What do you reckon? I think that sounds to me like Scientology, doesn't it?
Similar, doesn't it?
Hey, those alien souls, man. They're Atlanteans, and they're weighing you down. You gotta free yourself. Gotta audit yourself. Well, they'll bring in the new higher of consciousness. Yeah.
Well, clearly not. Clearly you would not describe the general American populace as enlightened.
No, because people are pointed loading guns at their dicks.
Sorry, Americans. You did it to yourself, though.
Shut up, stop ruining our listener base.
Yeah. Most of our listeners are from the US.
Shut up.
You're great, obviously.
Yeah, Kurt Angle's awesome, too. He's American, like him. Don't know why I mentioned that. He's a wrestler, but a bit like Captain America. Won the Olympics with gold medal with a broken neck.
No way.
Yeah. He didn't know about those nuclear weapons, though. No. So, Atlantis' extraterrestrial connection. Stories also claim the original inhabitants of the lost city of Atlantis are believed to be of extraterrestrial origin who reached there about 50,000 years ago from the Lyrian star system. Despite being much taller and fairer than today's average human being, the average lifespan of these people is believed to have been about 800 years old, making them really robust and a strong prototype of the existent human race.
It's Nordics then, basically.
Yeah, my ancestors. Fair-skinned, reasonably tall. Obviously, I've got the shorter genes over the years. You know,
make you short and bald. You're nothing like these people. You're the complete opposite.
You've got the fair hair like Trump, though.
I'm not Danny DeVito, mate. You're fucking 5'10". That's not horrific. There's some claim that the lost city of Atlantis was on Mars, or just a colony of an alien civilization. The inhabitants of Atlantis city believed to have possessors of exceptional powers, such as the ability to control weather, modify volcanic eruptions, and some accounts mention in their possession some kind of device that allowed them to channel energy from time and space. Even though the myth says the inhabitants of the Atlantis, I keep going to say Atlantic City or Atlanta, it's starting to confuse me now, I'm getting mixed up. The superior beings, they're superior beings. Either aliens or on Mars, or they can control the weather. They're literally gods at this point, aren't they?
Yeah.
Shit, they couldn't have modified the volcanic eruption, no way.
Suck it.
My God, maybe that's what that Tommy Lee Jones volcano movie's based on. It's based on Atlantis.
Maybe they sunk it on purpose because, you know, they thought this planet's going to shit. Let's go. Let's go back home. We can't leave our technology in the hands of these fucking idiot apes. So let's just destroy it, and that could have happened.
Yeah, but there is talk that the Athenians fought a war with the Atlantis and beat them. So I don't think that we're talking aliens here.
No, definitely not that.
Oh, maybe we are talking aliens.
You just talked yourself out of the idea, haven't you?
Yeah. But that could be myth too. So some people do think he was swallowed up by the Bermuda Triangle. There you go. Bermuda Triangle. Wow.
Okay.
No, I'm going for just
Fit
a
anything
Plato.
in there, can't you?
I'd love to go into that. Even though hundreds of people do every day and nothing happens to them. Shame.
So what do we think?
Well, shame I can't say aliens, but if the Athenians spanked them in a war, then they're probably not aliens. Or they sent out like their weaker offspring.
What if it was the Spartans that defeated the aliens?
No, it's the Athenians.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Spartans v aliens.
Oh yeah, you know what? I would like to see that movie actually.
300 crossed with Independence Day.
Ooh. Now you're talking my language.
Come on, Hollywood.
Pull your finger out.
Stop scrimming kids and make that movie. I think I'll go for the volcanic thing. I mean, you know, natural disaster. I'll go with that. Obviously, I want to see aliens, but if the Athenians are spanking them, they're probably not aliens, are they?
No. I'm thinking Plato's got a wicked imagination.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I think it's just an
Wicked
allegory in it, yeah.
Yeah, sort of like writing scriptures and chatting, you know, ye old shit.
Chatting ye old shit.
and passing it.
Yeah, because
passing
in
it
them
down
days,
and
you never had, you didn't have the printing press or nothing, you know.
you just got to chat ye old
That's it, to
shit.
get your message across, you have to go into the public domain and just talk to people.
And I guess you've
This
got
is his way of engaging people into a story to teach them about hubris and all that, the dangers of hubris and...
Yeah, you'd sell some of your writings or
So they get it.
pictures or, you know, a bootleg outside or something.
T-shirts, Atlantis tour, 360 BC, Plato, there's a picture, that in a toga with his arm up.
I went and saw him, mate.
Oh, yeah, got tickets to Plato.
Picture, Ben.
Yeah, on a t-shirt, on a toga.
Oh, you held your hand up like a camera, like I got a picture.
No, like he's got his arm up in the picture. He's got his arm up on the picture like that, he's holding a scroll or something. Like Plato, 360 BC, Atlantis tour. Yeah, it takes a while though for that, because someone has to draw it.
Yeah.
Come on, selfie, Plato. Oh, I've got nothing to do for the next hour, alright. It's hands out, draws them both together. Oh, Socrates was shit as a support act. Yeah. You can tell he's still learning.
You have to get someone to hold him a mirror though, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah. You may have to hold a mirror.
Because if he's a drawing, oh shit, I've drawn the landscape again. Hold on.
Oh, come on, mate, I've got the next gig tomorrow. I've got to get on my tour chariot and fuck off. Taking his groupies with him on his extra long chariot.
I bet he got about a bit, didn't he?
Oh, they all got about a bit in ancient Greece. Everyone was up for everything. I mean, yeah, it was man, woman, boy, girl, they didn't care. I'll go for natural disaster because I think stuff can vanish, so...
Yeah, it's possible. There's evidence that there was a volcano erupting around, 3,600?
Yeah, Plato said it was older, but maybe he's just missing in
the
oral, because that's the thing with oral tradition. Sometimes, you know, like Chinese whispers. It always ends up as purple monkey dragon fruit at the end.
It was as big as this.
And apparently I heard it was possibly 3 times bigger than Pompeii.
Well, yeah, I mean, if there's a volcanic eruption, it's going to be pretty fucking huge to take out an island. Unless, of course, the island was the volcano. That's also a possibility.
Yeah.
Obliterated
Most
itself.
fertile land is by a volcano.
That's it.
Yeah.
Or a natural disaster that we haven't seen, where something just explodes like worse than a volcano. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. Do we?
And when it sunk, Plato described that there was mud that rose to the surface, wasn't there? Well, apparently that could be pumice.
Oh, makes
Floats.
sense. Yeah, it does. What about if they were that advanced, they accidentally split the atom and blew themselves up?
Yeah. Could be the way.
Like, we'll get those Athenians back. And they started trying to get nuclear weapons and let one off accidentally, destroyed their entire civilization. I'll go for it, fuck it. Weird news?
Yeah, man.
Let's get the boys' views on this week's weird news.
Alright then, so finish on some weird news and fucked up facts. Okay, that's weird as fuck. Boy turning to stone will be entombed in his own body if cure isn't found. Okay.
It's a cheery one.
Yeah, Jaden Rogers, 15, from Colorado, is thought to be the only person in the world with the rare disease stiff skin syndrome, which is spreading through his body. So he's going to end up like the dude from Fantastic Four?
Oh, rough.
Well, not as Rocky, obviously.
Or like at Game of Thrones, one of them, what were they called?
Oh, Stone Man.
Stone Man. You haven't seen it, have you, Clair? Series, what we're about.
No.
Haven't you?
No.
Oh, wow.
Don't mock me again.
A teenage boy who was turned to stone has been warned he'll become entombed in his own body if a cure isn't found. The syndrome causes Jaden's skin to harden, leaving him confined to a wheelchair and at risk of organ failure as his stone-like skin presses on his lungs and heart.
Yeah, it's a fucker.
The boy was diagnosed in 2013 after his mum, Natalie, 54, found a lump of hard skin on Jaden's thigh, which quickly spread to his legs, stomach, arms and neck. The family is desperately appealing for help in their race against time to save Jaden from being trapped in his own skin. Natalie said, his mum said, Jaden is busy turned to stone and it's become so hard he can't really move his legs. Jesus.
Oh, it's bad, isn't it?
Have you seen that one from India that looks like he's got like wood?
Oh, the tree guy.
Tree guy.
Yeah, he has to have, they're warts, aren't they? He has to go and have them all like literally bolt cutted off.
Yeah.
Fuck. Just get
He
some
look-
rats
it
and
looks
gnaw
like
at it.
looks like
For free.
Fuck me, Mike. Yeah, again.
That was an Uncle Buck reference.
Oh mate, it's been fucking years since I've seen that movie, come
Yeah.
on.
Remember that bit where he flicks that quarter, doesn't he? He goes, when are you going to get a rat and all that thing off your face?
Fuck. I don't know, I might use that at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so his whole body is turned to stone because this disease starts on the inside and works its way to the skin. Once it reaches his skin, it means all his body underneath is also hard like stone. The skin has started compressing on his heart so he can't breathe without a ventilator, and it's pressing on the other organs so they will start failing. His future doesn't look good. Well, I'm sorry, buddy, but this is tragic and everything, but I don't... Fuck me.
Doesn't look good, does it?
Natalie and retired government worker husband Tim, 56, are now raising funds to take Jane to Italy for treatment to help slow the spread of the disease before it crushes his chest. The mom of three said if we don't get him to Italy, he won't live. Once he has treatment to stop the progression of the disease, he'll be able to have therapy to loosen the skin. They think he's the only one in the world with the condition. There's only ever been 41 documented cases in the world. The fuck is that shit, man?
Yeah. It's like Stone Man, isn't it? Exactly the same.
Grayscale, that's the
That's it,
disease.
grayscale.
Fuck. I mean, it's a shame he doesn't work to his advantage, because if his skin turned into stone, he'd probably have a fantastic career in MMA or boxing. That is tragic. Wow, Mike, you really brought my fucking mood down. I was in a good mood today. Oh, fuck.
Well, hopefully he's going to get the...
Let's hope so. I don't know if there's a...
There is a place to donate.
Yeah,
So
it's on the Mirror, or you can see what's his name.
GoFundMe.com/treatmen for Jaden. Treatment for Jaden.
Not treat men for Jaden, Mike. That sounds so bad.
Oh, I'm such a spastic. It's all four words, all three words are in one word.
He does not want a stripper, Mike.
He may do.
Or several, and probably not a male one. I don't know.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
It might cheer him up. Well, fuck me, that is genuinely a tragic story.
There is a quarter, go and get the rats and all that shit off your
For
skin.
fuck's sake.
I'm sorry, I have to say it.
Again.
I'm going to hell. I'm going to burn the leg of fire, that one.
This rate, even I'm getting fucking raptured.
No, so yeah, treatment for Jaden. Jaiden.
So please, don't treat men for Jaden. Please. Treatment. Oh.
New see-through public bathrooms will encourage men to quickly shake it twice and zip up.
What the fuck?
Translucent toilets. These are two words you never thought you'd see together. We'll leave it to the bathroom wizards in Japan to come up with a urinary innovation nobody asked for.
What the fuck?
In a nightmare for shy bladders everywhere and a dream for those with pee fetishes, the Tokyo Toilet Project just opened 2 brand new restrooms in Tokyo's Shibuya neighbourhood. Shigeru Ban, an award-winning architect, built the bathrooms in coloured glass that turns transparent when the WC is empty but goes opaque when occupied.
What
No.
the? Who gives to? Just make it solid and put a lock on the door. This is a solution to a problem that doesn't exist. It really, I'm sorry, it just is. It's like, what's wrong with a good old-fashioned lock? And I don't want people to know I don't want to know people to know that I'm peeing. Or doing worse.
Well, Ban said on the Toilet Project's website, there were 2 things we worry about when entering a public restroom, especially those located at a park. The first is cleanliness, and the second is whether anyone is inside.
The third is an angry raccoon. The fourth is a violent smackhead.
The fifth is a python in the toilet.
Yeah, I'm going to start thinking a lot more about that now.
And cottages.
And cottages.
We don't know what's wrong with good old-fashioned knocking, but apparently the big brains in the design wall can't help themselves. At night, the facilities light up the park like a beautiful lantern, Ban continued. We don't want bathrooms to be eyesores, but talking about them like works of art is pushing the limits of our imagination.
Well, okay, I get that. I mean, I suppose there's a bit of free lighting. But, you know, I don't like it.
I like it.
Yeah?
Like it?
I like it.
It's kind of funky.
What if
isn't
it
it?
doesn't go
I think
opaque?
Yeah, well then you're fucked. Everyone's going to laugh at your small cock.
What, Claire?
It's happening again.
I don't like
Sorry.
that.
Flashback.
No, it's going to go opaque, isn't it? You've got to trust that if it doesn't go opaque, hopefully someone outside will be like, I can still see you.
Looking at the hand on the glass like that. I can see you. Let me in, we'll go together.
Like the train toilets, isn't it?
Yes, the revolving door.
Yeah.
You're revealed like a shit prize on a game show.
Look, mommy, that man's peeing.
Behind door number 1, a shitting man. I couldn't frankly bore with that. But still, I don't want to be revealed when I'm at my most vulnerable.
Well, he said it's to prove that restrooms don't have to be dark, dirty, smelly and scary.
Well, fair enough, but I don't
I'd
want to
be
be
scared of going to a toilet.
I'm never
Some
scared
people
of.
must be.
You know what? I never used to go to public toilets. It took me a long time to go in a public toilet.
Right, okay.
I went to Reading Festival. Didn't go for a shit for 5 days. Genuinely.
And when he got back to Telford, he blocked the McDonald's
I
toilet.
did not block up the McDonald's toilet. I just went for a while.
I remember it differently.
Emptied the McDonald's.
You were like, quick, we've got to go. I'll block the toilet.
I did not say that.
Like something off Dumb and Dumber.
Alright then, last one.
Okay, dog has to be rescued by firefighters after swimming half a mile to chase ducks.
Oh, it's a Labrador, that explains it.
A dog owner was left panicked when her Labrador swam out of sight chasing ducks. The fire crews found her 1 kilometre away, still happy paddling in pursuit of the birds.
I love Labradors, but they can be absolute mad heads, and especially black and chocolate ones. The golden ones probably a little bit calmer, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, black and chocolate labs are nuts.
So a Labrador who really likes chasing ducks had to be rescued after swimming in pursuit for over half a mile. The crew from Victoria Fire and Rescue Australia were taking part in a routine exercise on the
Maribyrnong
River.
I've no idea.
Get in touch with us. When they are approached and asked to help out with this real life situation. Crikey. So the distressed dog owner told the firefighters that her dog had been chasing ducks and jumped in the river before swimming away. What the hell did she expect them to do? Why didn't she just run down the bank and... Yeah.
Or maybe, I don't know, if you think that your dog's going to start chasing ducks, don't go for a walk around the lake where there's some ducks or keep it on the lead.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that dogs like to trot off, but there's time and a place, isn't there?
Yeah.
But you would panic though, wouldn't you? He goes out of sight, swimming half a mile, I mean.
And still paddling quite happily.
Yeah.
Black labs, they are nuts.
Already in boats, the crew set off along the river in search of Indy with a passenger that directed them. And when they spotted her, they headed off and found Indy, who, despite the long swim, didn't appear to be tired and was still happily chasing these ducks.
Aww.
I think it was a bit of a waste of the firefighters' time, to be fair.
She was in no hurry to be rescued. The firefighters used their boats to corner her before lifting her on board.
Didn't want to be rescued.
Because I fuck you, I'm chasing these ducks.
I think it's the owner's responsibility.
Me too, you can't blame the dog for that really, but you know, hey, if she likes chasing ducks, don't let her go where there's ducks.
Well, and wait it out, you know, she will come out of the water eventually.
Just follow her down as far as you can, I guess. But, oh. Ah, stupid woman. Irresponsible dog owner. Alright then, so let's end on some fucked up facts.
Jingle.
Facts, fucked up facts.
Okay, noisy humans keep birds awake at night.
Is that why they wake us up in the morning?
Probably.
It's a bit of revenge. Twats.
Yeah, they're right on top of my eyes every morning, the bastards.
No, I have I live on a main road, so I don't get that many birds, but I do get motorists honking their horns loudly at 8 o'clock in the morning for some reason.
When I lived in Liverpool, I lived next door to this woman, and she went to the country for the first time on holiday, and she come back. I was like, how was it like? And she was like, I couldn't sleep. The birds.
Were they attacking the house back in the The birds!
The birds chirp in the morning. She's like 4 a.m. I'm wide awake. I'm not used to it, because in the cities, it's different noises, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when I lived in Little Dorley, the birds used to wake me up in the morning sometimes, twats. But yeah, it does make sense now.
So we're keeping them awake?
Yeah.
At night?
At night.
Right now.
Yeah. Apart from them geese.
Geese. Saturday night geese.
Saturday night's alright for geese fighting.
Yeah.
A butt is a unit of liquid equivalent to the volume of 2 hogsheads.
And which is a hogshead.
Well, a buttload of wine is around 490 litres.
Right.
So yeah, 2 hogshead, 490 litres.
245 litres.
That's
No, each head would be 295. No.
245?
Yeah.
Oh, it maths
You
somebody!
God,
It maths the science officer! You're sacked!
massive shit.
That's better than mine. Took me 3 attempts to get the fucking GCSE, mate!
Obviously not in this instance. The Icelandic equivalent of the cherry on top is Ruisnan e Silundanum.
Right.
which means the raisin at the end of the sausage.
Well, I like it, but I don't want a raisin in my sausage.
No, it's probably a little bit of turd from the animal.
Oh, you might be right. Actually, you have an Icelandic listener. Please tell us. I'm sure we've had Icelandic listeners before now. Tell us, write us, send us an email, send us a Facebook message. I want to know.
Where you put the raisin.
Yeah, I want to know what the deal with the raisin is. The fuck's a raisin doing in sausage? There's no room for fruit in my meat.
To prevent confused Alzheimer's patients from wandering away and getting lost, many German nursing homes have fake bus stops.
Ha! That seems so cruel.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
Standing there
oh
all
no,
day.
Herr Gunther has left. Where's he gone? Oh, he's just down there and he's in his dressing gown and slippers at the fake bus stop. Oh, let him stand there for a bit.
Do they have one on one side of the home and one on the other?
Yeah, maybe.
You actually get on the bus and it goes around the place.
That'd be nice. That would be nice. I like that. My nan used to wander around all the time. She had dementia.
Why not?
But he runs in the family, actually, both did, so yeah, my future's not looking too good.
Yeah,
Nobody's future is better, I wouldn't worry about it.
Yay old age.
I suppose on the plus side, I'll be so senile that I won't realise how shit the country is.
Yeah.
It's just like the 90s. I'll be going out with a yellow t-shirt with a smiley face on it. Hat on backwards.
Gurning like fuck, he just dropped threes.
Hans Mole Man, dressed up as Bart.
That's exactly what I was picturing. My favourite Simpsons character, Hans Moleman.
He's very underrated, his Hans.
Yeah. During the Revolutionary War, George Washington ordered a ceasefire mid-battle to return a lost dog to its owner.
I've heard about that, actually, yeah.
Once the dog was fed and returned to its owner, the battle resumed.
I've heard about that. So it doesn't matter that hundreds of men are dying, it just matters the dogs though. Look at the dog, stop firing, the dog's there. Yeah, I think it was some British colonel's dog he took with him because he was like a hunter and they would have had hunting dogs, wouldn't they? So, and it sort of got spooked by gunfire and ran off. Fair play to George Washington though. At the same time, you know, maybe they could stop the battle for good and stopped all the men dying, but you know.
Talked it out a bit.
Had a chat, see if they need common ground.
Dogs.
Dogs. Oh, dogs. Oh, dogs are alright. Dogs are life, mate. George, what do you reckon? Dogs? Oh, love them. I cannot tell a lie. I love dogs.
They'd have had to come to an accord to stop the fighting about
Yeah.
this whole dog, so
Well,
that, you know.
So just imagine you've got two lines of guys and they're firing at each other with muskets, so they're about, I don't know, 50 yards apart. Because that's the effective range of a musket. Rolling powder smoke and explosions, and this dog just runs in the middle of it, and someone goes, "Stop!"
He's going running down the middle, just going,
It's just running between the lines, so stop! Ceasefire, dog on the pitch! Oh, you're a kid playing football, dog on the pitch! Stop!
Another one?
Yep.
Salvador Dali tried to make a film with the Marx Brothers in 1937 called Giraffes on Horseback Salad, but it was rejected for being too surreal.
No shit, Sherlock. Salvador Dali, the founder of surrealism, wanted to make a film called Giraffes on Salad.
Horseback Salad.
Oh, Giraffes on Horseback Salad. Yeah, I wouldn't pump my money into that one either, to be fair.
Oh, would have been awesome.
I'm sure it would have been. In fact, if there's a script,
Yeah.
I want to see it, and I want it to be made now.
Yeah, come on Netflix.
They'll buy anything.
They will.
I've got some really good ideas for Netflix, actually, if you're listening, anyone at Netflix. Just, you know, hit me up.
The average garden snail has over 14,000 teeth.
Fuck me. How small are their teeth?
It's pretty small.
I mean, I've seen some fucking big-ass snails, but I've never thought to myself, yeah, I reckon I could fit 14,000.
Yeah.
14,000 teeth in that little tiny mouth.
I know, yeah.
Jesus. And who's counted them? That's a thought. Did someone have to do a snail autopsy and count the teeth?
Yeah. What's it do? That's what they do with every animal that we discover.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Slice it up, don't
Yep. Slice and dice it, and
Yeah.
It's like them aliens.
Yeah.
that's it. We do the
We
same
are
thing.
the aliens,
Yeah.
aren't we?
To them, yeah. We're abducting them from their habitat,
Oh,
gassing
yeah.
them, and then fucking dissecting them.
Yeah, except we're not even returning them with a sore arse.
No.
There is only so much we learn from anal probing them.
I'm sure you've done a lot of research. haven't
No, Mike, I've never dressed as an alien. I've abducted people and anally probed them, then returned them after performing
you?
hypnosis on them.
Should try to blast. You never lived.
That's what I do.
Robert Louis Stevenson wrote his novel Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde after it came to him in a cocaine-induced nightmare in Bournemouth.
The worst kind of cocaine-induced nightmare. The one that happens in Bournemouth.
Probably thought, what the fuck am I doing in Bournemouth?
How strong was the cocaine? I mean, I've never taken cocaine, but mind you, it would have been like fucking very... I bet it wasn't even a powder back then. It was probably a fucking liquid. Well, he's inhaled it somehow. I bet it wasn't even snorted.
I don't know, whenever I just think of cocaine, I just think of Daniela Westbrook's like 49 Rows, man.
Whatever happened to her? Is she dead now? Can't remember.
She's still alive, but she's, her nose, you know, her
She had her
nose is still-
septum redone, didn't she?
Well, just, you can't see it really, can you?
Oh no, it's just a hole.
Yeah.
It's impressive though, isn't it? Doing that much coke in a short time, because she wasn't that old when she had that when her
No.
septum fell out, so
Yeah.
she did a lot of coke. So when George Best wrecked that new liver in 5 years, you're like, that's really tragic, but still kind of impressive.
11 of the 12 men, this fact just doesn't surprise me, to have walked on the moon were in the Boy Scouts.
Boy Scouts of America, Mike. Producing America's elites since whenever.
And I bet half of them were sodomised.
Dib.
Tib. Well, Mike, no greatness ever existed without sodomy.
Who said that? Judy and Clary?
Jimmy Savile. I've no idea. The leaders of Sparta, I'd imagine, to be fair.
Yeah.
Sticking with the Greek theme, you know. They were notorious homosexuals as much as the rest of Athens and everyone else was. Sorry, I've been on an ancient Greece kick recently. This Atlantis thing's really kind of brought out the history nerd in me.
Tying it back to sort of myths and legends. Until they were discovered in Australia, a black swan was used to describe something that couldn't possibly exist.
Wow. Bit of a black swan, that, innit? Yeah? And they're like, oh shit. Hey, Dave. Black swan. Let's put one back. Oh.
There was a show, Black Swan, wasn't there?
There was a movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
Is it good?
It's a bit of ballet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do ballet. Unsurprisingly, I don't
Yeah,
do
but
ballet.
I love that Whiplash, and that's about jazz. And I hate jazz
I
as well.
despise jazz.
But it's a good film, you know.
It's got the good
Any
story
given
there.
Sunday, I despise American football. I've no interest in it whatsoever. Brilliant movie.
The Longest Yard, I despise American football. I love that
There
movie.
you go.
But the thing is, American football always looks better in the movies. I suppose it's the same with that ballet.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to make ballet look really good, haven't you, to get people's attention.
Everything looks better in the movies. That's the whole point, isn't it? It's escapism.
Unless you're in a horror movie.
Unless you're in a horror movie or dystopian,
Nightmare.
like we're living in now.
I've noticed a very sort of depressive streak about you this week, Mike.
This week.
You usually hide it better.
World's going to shit. But we'll still be
catchphrase.
broadcasting.
We will broadcast through the apocalypse. Yeah. So, is that the end of the show? Awesome. Do follow us on Facebook, please. According to the bullet in the post to the apocalypse, I will insert my seamless plug here. Also, Devil's Advocate, which is on the same feed. I've been Ben. Thanks for listening. Don't drink the favourite. Don't join a cult.
I'm in Mike. Thanks for listening. Peace out. May the force be with you.
And I've been Claire, and don't forget your toga.
Oh, a tortuga.